Plants scream under stress. Plants are not as quiet as we might think. They make airborne sounds when thirsty or stressed. This was found in a study published in Cell. Stressed plants can make up to 50 sounds per hour. Hydrated and unharmed plants are much quieter. They only make about 1 sound per hour. The catch is that these sounds are ultrasonic. They range from 20 to 100 kilohertz. This explains why humans cannot detect them. But thanks to technology, we can still study them. Lila Hadani is a professor at Tel Aviv University. In 2016, she recorded the sounds of a cactus in her lab. But she wasn't sure if the sounds came from the plant. Scientists had already known that plants vibrate, but they didn't know these vibrations could create sound waves. Then Hadani conducted a more fundamental study. She and her team decided to eavesdrop on tobacco and tomatoes. They placed plants in small boxes, fitted with microphones. Some had been cut or deprived of water for 5 days. There was also a control group of unharmed plants. The stressed plants indeed made sounds. These sounds were pitched down and sped up. They sounded like popcorn popping or bubble wrap crackling.
It is not singing,
Hadani says. The stressed plants generated around 30 to 50 sounds per hour. They occurred at seemingly random intervals. The unstressed plants averaged around 1 sound per hour. But don't worry, your bouquet of cut flowers is not screaming in agony. These sounds are not a form of communication or expression. Plants have no vocal cords or lungs. What they do have is the xylem. It's one of the 2 types of transport tissue in vascular plants. It delivers water and nutrients from the roots to the leaves and stems. Surface tension holds the water in the xylem together. It's similar to how water is drawn up through a straw. When an air bubble forms or bursts, it can create a popping noise. During drought stress, air bubble formation is more likely. Hadani's team came up with a computer program. It can tell if a plant has been cut or is thirsty just by listening to it. It's trained to eliminate ambient noise from wind and air. The program is about 70% accurate. The team tested it out in a greenhouse, and the plant sounds were actually discernible. Farmers could use this technology to keep their plants healthy. The phenomenon is not limited to tobacco and tomato plants. It also extends to wheat, corn, and wine grapes. Hadani had previously studied whether plants can hear sounds. Evening primroses actually responded to the buzzing of a bee. The flowers release nectar with a sweeter taste. But what if it's the other way around? Can plant noises influence the behavior of animals? Plant noises are only audible to bats, mice, and moths. But it's questionable whether animals listen to them. They are unlikely to hear these sounds at a distance or react. Further research should shed more light on the matter. But we now certainly look at plants differently.
There's many songs we can't hear.
Lila Hadani